Okay, so this is my first attempt at a video response, in this case to an interesting question posed by SensualWhirl, that is, if it were possible to exchange my mental health ailments for physical ailments, what would I do? What would I choose? And in SensualWhirl's case, she says she would give up 20 years of her life in order to be mentally well again, I suppose. Now, I've sort of asked myself this question in the past, and I've given it a lot of thought again, and I don't think that I would actually give up any physical part of myself, like an arm or a leg, or go for the giving up so many years route. Mainly because I haven't given up hope yet, despite suffering for so many years and trying so many different things and experiencing the highs and lows. I don't believe that I've reached the end of trying to get better, and I know that given enough willpower, enough support, I can probably conquer this and go on to lead a relatively normal life, or at least one that's more fulfilling and productive than it currently is. So I don't think I would give up something like that. In the past, a situation did arise where a particular therapist, a private therapist, was suggested to me that they would do some form of intensive cognitive behavioural therapy over a short period of time that would supposedly fix me. Now, this was when I was about 18 or 19, so around the age that SensualWhirl is now, and over 10 years ago for me. But this therapist was very expensive, and although my parents at the time did say that they would be prepared to foot the bill, I didn't feel very comfortable about it, and I didn't have a good feeling about the therapist when I met them the first time either, so I declined that opportunity. I don't know if it might have worked out, and the last 10 years of my life might have gone completely differently when I take that offer up, but I feel I made the right decision at the time, and I don't regret it even now. So I still have hope, and I would like to conquer this on my own and not have to make some hypothetical sacrifice to a supreme being or whatever. Although I can understand why some people would, particularly if they're suffering from something that is actually incurable, or that they have given up hope. I've met people who have been desperate to get over their problems before. I remember in a couple of cases meeting some people suffering from chronic OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, and they were at the point where they were actually considering a form of a lobotomy to fix their heads. Basically, they wanted to remove their emotions and their feelings in order to no longer be so compulsive and on a daily basis, and it was destroying their lives, and they didn't feel they could go on anymore. They'd been suffering for decades, and to them that seemed like the only option. I hope to God I never get to that stage where I'm considering some kind of radical brain surgery, but it makes you think. Anyway, I don't know if this was exactly the answer you were looking for, but it's an answer nonetheless. I'd be interested to hear what other people think.